So hello and welcome back to another video. Another bit of a barn find item here that I think I'm going to have a go at restoring. Although I have seen people restore these and I always think they tend to over restore them a bit. So I'm not going to go mad with it, but probably do that on a video and sometime in the coming weeks. But this is an interesting little item. This is a Ripplingilles, great name. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. As a Ripplingilles, which were a Birmingham firm that made all sorts of paraffin heaters, paraffin cookers, etc. Right from sort of Victorian times, right through. I think this is the Ripplingilles model 460, and it is, better explain what it is to start with. It is a paraffin cooker. You have, if we pull that out, you have two burners with 3-inch wicks. They haven't got any wicks in. I have put a drop of paraffin in and it's somehow coming out the top, so we've got to address that to start with, I think. But they don't leak. I was just wondering whether, you know, they're nicely made out of like just cheap tin and soldered round, but it didn't leak. It's coming out the top there. I think there's a very old wick left in there, and I think it's, you know, bleeding a bit of the kerosene paraffin out the top. So yeah, this one, I know a guy that runs a little business, and I'll put the link to his great business because he's really helpful at finding wicks and that kind of thing for old paraffin heaters, cookers, stoves. It's called Base Camp, and he said to me this was probably 1920s or early 1930s, this particular model. So it's obviously not one of their Victorian, you know, stoves, but a nice period piece. These were used to, obviously, I mean, God knows, I wouldn't think it was very efficient at cooking, but we'll try it out. When I do get it restored, we'll try it out and see how it performs, if it will boil some water or cook something. I mean, as you see, you've got a little, I'll bring the camera in a bit closer and show you a bit closer in a minute or two. You've got a little oven there, and you've got these are the chimneys where you've got some micro windows to, I think you actually you open the window and put the match in and light the burner through that. But it'll be like what I call a yellow paraffin burner wick. So it would tend to smoke a bit if you have it turned up too high. It's not like one of the nice blue flame, like the Aladdin blue flame circular wick heaters and lamps as well. But an interesting little thing, I thought. You know, I think it will clean up quite nice. It's got a lot of surface rust on it, and it wants a jolly good clean. It should have, in the top, it should have some like pan covers over there. They're missing. They rot away with the rust, with like lids that you can pull off. So we'll try and have to adapt something or make something. I assume when you're using the oven, you put the pan covers over there to stop the heat escaping. But I'll get the camera and bring you in for a bit of a closer look at it. So there we go. We're now, you know, a bit closer to it, and as you can see, I'm sure it'll clean up quite nice. I don't know whether I'm going to paint it. I'm going to take all the surface rust off and treat it. This ring there again, I don't know whether to repaint that. That is in enamel. You can see the enamel there has been chipped. But I'll see what that looks like. I mean, obviously that unscrews in case somebody breaks the glass. And these are glass, look see-throughs where you can see what the burner's doing. So, and I think they'll clean up. You know, they're sort of a very cheap kind of brassy material. And you can see somebody at some point has tried to have a go at that one. And as I say, the burners just pull out the bottom there, and it has 3-inch flat wicks, which I am in the process of purchasing some wicks. And so there's the little oven. These are the 2 chimneys that come up, and there's the micro windows that open up, and there's how you put the match down and you can light the burner through there. It'd be interesting to see if we can get it working and see, you know, what I like about it is these were used in the likes of, you know, shepherd's hut, Romany caravans, and even I believe there is a bigger model, I think, is it the 480 Ripplingilles cooker that quite a few narrowboats had on. So, you know, as it was a portable kind of, you know, stove that you could put anywhere, they were used in that kind of more environment as well as houses, because I mean there wasn't the gas and there certainly wasn't electric cookers. You know, most people had coal ranges still way back then, even in, you know, the 1920s, say. And if we look down there, this is the hob where you know you need some quite small pans. Obviously the pans go down, and you know, need a small kettle as well. But I just thought it was a really nice sort of period piece. It would clean up. It's got handles that you can carry it with. They're nice spring handles. It's just quite a nice, very cheaply made thing. But when, you know, Birmingham was the centre of the universe for metalwork still, and it was made there, I just think it's quite an attractive thing when it's all cleaned up, and it's quite a decorative item that would probably look good anywhere on display, really. And you know, that is the Ripplingilles crest up there. You perhaps can't see that. It's got a lot of, somebody, as I think I say, has tried to polish that at some time. So there we go. That is a Ripplingilles 460 paraffin cooker and hob. And as I say, it does have quite a bit of surface. I'm into the sun now, so you might not see that. It does have quite a bit of surface rust, but it's not rusted through anywhere. It's still all intact and quite sound. I think I'm, you know, just going to get that surface rust off, and then rather than paint it, I was thinking about, you know, the old stove black it. Obviously treat the rust and then let that dry off, and then stove black it. I saw, you know, I've seen on YouTube somebody restore one of these, and they sprayed these silver, and I don't just like that idea, because it looks tacky and kind of new to me, and I'm not trying to get that, you know, kind of look. But we'll think on that, and as I say, it's for the future. But there we go, another bit of a barn find, and I shall certainly enjoy restoring that, and hopefully do a video of how it turns out, and probably me having a go at doing it as well anyway. So as always, thanks for watching, and if you've got any info on these, or you've got one, or you know, you've had dealings with them, I think they're a bit smoky. You know, like I said, if you turn them up a bit too high, they tend to, I could imagine everything in the oven, you know, faintly smelling of paraffin. But there we go. So yeah, as always, I'm rambling now, so thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, and think about subscribing. It does help us, smaller YouTube channels. And till the next time, best wishes, and thanks for watching, and bye for now.